Hello children, welcome back to Uma Talks, and I'm back with the third poetry of Hornbill, okay, The Voice of the Rain. So let's begin it, and before we start, let me again remind you, if you have not subscribed the channel, do subscribe it. There will be a bell button, just press it off, okay, and like it, because making these videos for you, it's for your benefit, okay. And do give a big like, inspiring me when I want it, and again share it with your friends and relatives. So let's begin with the summary. The Voice of the Rain. The Voice of the Rain, children, this is the third poetry of Hornbill, and the poet is Walt Whiteman. And in this particular poetry, again in the last poetry when I told you the laburnum talk, that nature lovers, the poets who are nature lovers, they can understand, they can talk to the natural things, okay, the leaves, the flowers, the trees, the birds, the animals, they can understand the language. So here also Walt talks to the rain and he can understand what it says. Okay, so let us start. So the poet over here asks the rain which falls, okay, the soft falling shower, the shower gives him an answer. He asks question, okay, who it was, and the shower gives him an answer. Now you and me cannot understand what it says. Every time, this is the rainy season, every time we have the rains, but we don't understand that it falls on the window panes. What does it say? Okay, so here, what does the voice of the rain tell him? It tells him that it was the poem of the earth. Okay, who it was? It was the poem of the earth. This is what the raindrops tell him, the shower tells him. And it is everlasting and perpetual. So it says that I am the poem of the earth and I am everlasting. There is no end of mine, and I have been since the beginning of the earth. Okay, so it is something that cannot be touched. It is born out of land and deep sea. So he says that I am something which cannot be touched. It's something spiritual, not that you cannot touch the rain. And it is born out of the land and deep sea. So he says that where do I live? Deep into the land and into the sea. Okay, so I have arisen from there. And it rises upwards to heaven, and from there I rise to heaven. If you remember, children, evaporation, perspiration, in geography I think you must have studied, okay, the water from the seas and oceans evaporates, forms clouds and perspires. The rain in the forms clouds and droplet comes in the form of rains. That is what the rain says. And there it gets a different form and is altogether changed. So it says that when I rise up towards the heaven, I take a different form, and from there I form a different, then I form a cloud, and when I come down again, I keep changing my form. Yet it remains the same. Yet I remain water. I remain, the formula of mine remains the same. That is water. And then it comes down to wash the dry, thirsty, tiny particles and dust layers of the world. So it says that then I fall off, then I come on the earth. Okay, all the, you can say the dirt on the earth, that the dust I come to wash off. I come to clean all the dust of the world, all the dirt of the world. Okay, and I help also the seeds which lies down buried into the soil. Okay, I help it to germinate. They require me to germinate. Okay, unborn, they are unborn in the layers of the earth, and I give them the life. They start germinating. Then this process of rain is perpetual, and it goes on by day and night. So he says the formation of rain, it does not, like when I fall, the complete processing of mine falling down, it means formation of cloud, evaporation of water. It's a long process. It's not just 1 day or 2 days. It's everyday process. The formation keeps every day. The evaporation of water, children, if you understand, it keeps on every day, takes place every day from the water bodies, and formation of clouds, and then the rainfall. Rainfall doesn't take every day, but the evaporation of water and formation of clouds do keep taking place. Okay, so rain gives back life to its own source of beginning. So it says that rain has arisen from the earth and it gives back life on the earth. we cannot imagine ourselves, the living beings cannot imagine our lives without water. So it gives life to all of us, animals as well as plants, and makes the earth more pure and more beautiful. And the rain sings a song, and this song issues from its birthplace. So it says that the rain falls, that tick tock, tip top, that sound, that is a rain sound, that is the song sound, you can say, and it arises from its birthplace, from where it has arisen. It keeps wandering here and there, whether it is paid heed or to not. After accomplishment, the song returns properly with love. So he says that the rain keeps wandering from here to there. It means once in the water bodies, then to the heaven, from heaven down to the earth. Whether it is appreciated or not, it keeps doing its work, okay, unendingly, without any gratitude, without getting any love. But if we appreciate it, definitely the song of the rain again returns back with love. And that is why, children, because we do not appreciate this rain and we go on cutting trees, definitely the climate, the weather conditions of the places are being affected, and the rain is also affected. Now due to this pandemic, definitely the pollution is decreased, and hence we can experience rain this year in quite a good amount. So this is what was the voice of the rain, what the rain says, from where it has originated, how it benefits the mankind, the plants, everything. Okay, so Walt Whitman beautifully has understood the language of the raindrops, the language of the shower. Hope you would have understood, children. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.